It's time for India to redeem themselves.
Badri, India has never lost a three tests.
For some big players are needed, as well as some WTC points are also needed. Spinners, when they come into play, they are deadly.
Mitchell Santner becomes equal to an Ashwin or Jadeja or even more deadly because the Indian batsman cannot play the turning ball.
But I'm going to put the focus on Virat Kohli.
Magnificent catch.
Just look at Badri now, diving into it.
Lovely shot.
Kicks it over the offside. That's a good shot.
Back-to-back boundaries. Hello and welcome to Cric It with Badri. It's another episode of Cric Debate. This video is presented to you by DIVO News. We have Pratham with us. Hi Pratham.
Hi Badri, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Third test, India versus New Zealand in Wankhede Stadium, the historic Wankhede Stadium. It's time for India to redeem themselves. Yes, the series is down the drain. They cannot win it. But then the WTC points at stake, form at stake, a big test season coming up. So a lot at stake in this test match for Team India. Wankhede record has been good for India. What are your first thoughts, Pratham?
Previewing the Wankhede test, if you'd said the scoreline is 2-0, I think all our viewers would have said, okay, India are on the verge of a whitewash. But 10-12 days is a long time in cricket, as New Zealand have shown and India have shown. New Zealand are on the cusp of a whitewash, which is unheard of on Indian soil. But India has never lost a three-test series 3-0 at home. They have beaten people 3-0, but they have not lost 3-0. This test is more important than you can imagine. One, WTC points are at stake. You've got to avoid that whitewash to stay in the WTC race. And most importantly, people like Virat and Rohit need some runs under the belt before they get on that plane to
Yes.
Australia. So it's an absolutely vital game for India.
Yeah, that's what I meant by lot at stake, Pratham. Form for some big players are needed, as well as some WTC points are also needed. Talking about Wankhede, 26 tests have been played here. Indian team has won 12. They have lost 7. 7 have ended without result. So the venue has been quite good. Wankhede, if we talk about it from my experience, Pratham, it's a red soil wicket, which is where it is little different from any other track in India. It's a pure red soil wicket. So always there is bounce for the fast bowlers, extra bounce and carry. Spinners, when they come into play, they are deadly. Because as the game goes, 4th day, 5th day, it becomes really good because red soil in its nature. For the viewers who don't know, I'm just saying red soil always gives that extra bounce for the spinner as well. So once it gets a bit dry, Ashwin and Jadeja are going to be unplayable. But having said that, there is a Mitchell Santner as well who's on the other end. So I'm having some mixed reviews. So I think Wankhede is a good venue for India to redeem themselves because the conditions slightly in favor of India.
Badri, it's a good venue so long as you don't opt for a rank turner. I was reading some reports that India have asked for a rank turner. Again, they have not learned from their mistakes because the problem is on a rank turner, Mitchell Santner becomes equal to an Ashwin or Jadeja or even more deadly because the Indian batsman cannot play the turning ball. On a true Mumbai Wankhede pitch, I think India will win 10 times out of 10 against New Zealand. The minute you bring a rank turner into play, the gap narrows. I'll give you one instance, but the last time I remember a game at Wankhede, England had put up 440. Then India scored about 650 with Virat scoring a double 100, and then Ashwin bundled them out for an innings defeat. So that was a proper cricket pitch. Wear and tear came into play late on the 4th day and 5th day. So that is the kind of pitch that India really will do well. And that is what they did against England. They went 1 down in the series. They did not panic. They prepared proper cricketing pitches, 1-4-1.
Yes.
Because the quality of in the gap of spinners is really magnified under a true pitch. Otherwise, it becomes a lottery like Pune. And Indian batsmen have shown that they cannot bat. And in some people's case, like a Virat Kohli's case, he was able to play on these turners even 3-4 years ago. But now he's not picking the length. The skills are fading.
Yeah. So let's wait and watch. But having said that, you mentioned the player briefly, but I'm going to put the focus on Virat Kohli. We've been speaking a lot about him. His form is needed, especially before a big series, but he's been struggling. His numbers aren't great. But come Wankhede has been really good, Pratham. 5 matches, 469 runs, 100 and 350s, and he's got an average of over 58 in Wankhede. So I think it's an ideal scenario for Virat to come into form. I know we've been talking rather the same thing like a tape recorder, but then we have to speak about it because he's such a key element, Pratham. We all want him to do well. The whole India wants him to do well, and WTC points at stake, big Test series at stake. Let's be honest, he's retired from T20 cricket as well. So Test match is bread and butter. Test match cricket is bread and butter for Virat, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think Virat will still succeed in ODIs, Badri, because his fitness is phenomenal. He will succeed in Australia because those conditions are very, very pleasant for batting. Ball will not drag. And
Did
in
you
Australia,
say he will succeed? We
He will
hope
succeed
he
in-
succeeds. Did say he will succeed?
he will succeed in Australia, but in conditions where it's slightly more demanding, like with the ball turning or picking the length, he's really, really struggling with that. And I don't know if this test is going to make a difference. If the ball turns, nothing is going to change. It's going to be the same old story.
Yeah.
And if the
Yeah.
ball turns big, another player
Yes.
you mentioned was Ashwin, and he's had a phenomenal record in Wankhede. He's taken about
Exactly.
39 wickets in 5 tests.
Yeah.
And Ashwin and Jadeja, unfortunately for us, did not have the series that they normally have.
Yeah.
In normal circumstances, if they'd rescued you from 120 for 6,
Yeah.
India would still be leading this. But for
Exactly.
the first time, they failed with the bat, and it's reflecting on us. Before you go on to your next point about the 11, Badri, I'll just give you one stat, and which will tell you why we've lost the series. New Zealand's first 4 batsmen have averaged nearly 50 the series per wicket. India's first 4 batsmen are averaging 30 per wicket. So imagine the gulf. That's 20 runs per wicket per innings, and you can see why India
Yes.
are behind in the series. Top
Yeah.
4 really, really need to stand up and deliver.
Yes.
Only Jaiswal is delivering in the top 4, unfortunately.
Yes, we've been speaking about it in our previous videos as well. I think it's time for Shubman Gill, the likes of Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma especially, to pull up their socks and pull their weight as the top 4 batsmen. And talking about the conditions, yes, they are good. Likely to go for a dry wicket in a bid to, bury the opponent. You shouldn't dig your own grave. That is what is happening here. It's hard to say because no other foreign team has come and tested India like before. Speaking about Ashwin has equaled Kumble's record, 38 wickets in Wankhede. So that is a phenomenal number. So our spinners will do their job, that we know. But whether our batsmen will do their job, that is the question. Moving on to 11, Harshit Rana is a fast bowler who's been included in the squad for this match, Pritham. He's done really well in the Ranji Trophy. He picked up a 5-wicket haul and he scored a 50 batting at number 8 for us against Assam, rather. So are we going to see him in the 11? If so, in place of whom? Will Bumrah be rested? Is that what you're thinking?
Past analysis or past data as any prediction of future analysis. They included Washi in the squad after Bangalore and Washi played. Now suddenly Harshit Rana has been called up. So I have a feeling Harshit Rana will be given a debut ahead of Australia, because there is no point taking him to Australia and giving him a debut if he's scared. The first test blues, get it out of the way in Indian conditions. I think Harshit Rana plays ahead of Jasprit Bumrah.
I'm honestly asking you, Pritham, India are not playing good cricket. Do you want to rest your premier bowler, the best bowler in the squad, for a match that has a lot of importance?
Badri, I think they should have done it last match, to be completely honest.
On that way.
No, I'll tell you why. Because they asked for a turner in Pune, they got it. Knowing the ball was going to turn, Bumrah bowled a combined total of 8 overs. So what is the point in picking him? If you know Wankhede is going to turn, you may as well give Harshit Rana a go, get his first test blues out of the way. That is my viewpoint. So let's see. So that is the only change I'm expecting. I don't think they'll play musical chairs with KL Rahul and Sarfaraz Khan. That's the only change I'm expecting.
Yeah, and of course, Washington Sundar is going to keep his place because of his exemplary performance in the previous game. So 3 spinners, 2 off spinners, plus a left-arm spinner and 2 fast bowlers is the likely squad we're looking at. So let's just brush through the squad, Pritham. Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal select themselves. Number 3 is Shubman Gill, and number 4 is Virat Kohli. Number 5, Rishabh Pant. Number 6, Sarfaraz Khan. This I think is certain, right? You agree with me on this?
Yeah.
After that, number 7, 8, and 9 will be Washi, Ashwin, and Jadeja, followed by Harshit Rana, and who will be the Akashdeep. Akashdeep. So Harshit Rana and Akashdeep. It's a very, very young, inexperienced base attack, Pritham. Are you okay with this? I still feel that Bumrah will get an opportunity and he's going to play this match. They might rest him for the rest of the T20 series that is coming against South Africa.
No, he's not going to play the T20 series because the Indian team is traveling right after this game. So there is no question of playing the T20 series. The squad for that has been announced. I'm just saying that give him the rest. Bumrah is a champion and I'm sure he's not used to losing. So give him that break. No need to play KL Rahul, because if he fails, again, doubts will start creeping in before Australia. So give Harshit Rana and Akash Deep a go. You didn't win with Bumrah on a turner. If this is going to be a turner, sit him out. But if it's going to be a true Wankhede pitch, then Bumrah plays. You may be right. But I personally would definitely sit Bumrah out.
Yeah, that is where I a little bit differ with you. I think I will give Bumrah a go because after this he's resting anyway, and he is needed for this test match. So yes, good selection, Harshit Rana in the squad, but I think Bumrah will play. And then another change is I don't want to see the change happening. Is Sarfaraz Khan will keep his place. He is in better. To be honest, my opinion is a slightly better player of spin than KL Rahul, and unorthodox sweep. Shots like sweep, reverse sweep will be very useful in this venue. So Sarfaraz Khan again will keep his place.
And it is his hometown, Badri, and you can't drop a guy after he scored a 150 and failed when everybody else failed. But I was very disappointed with the way Sarfaraz Khan got out. The first inning he chipped to mid-off when he could have cleared mid-off, and second innings he was bowled by a straight ball. So for a guy who's literally a dada on these pitches, he's played like this. This is not a new pitch for him. So I was very surprised with the way he got out. If he'd shown some fight, 40, 50, he could have solidified his place. And I'm not saying India would have won, but they could have scared the opponent because Jadeja was batting well at the other end, which is disappointing. And I'm sure he'll want to redeem that. The other statement that I want to make, I don't know if you agree with it, but I'm going to make it and see your reaction is, I can guarantee you this is the last test on home soil for Ashwin, Jadeja, Kohli and Rohit Sharma together. All four together will not play for India again on home soil because the next home test is 1 year away. 1 year away in October. So in 1 year, all four of them will become a year older and all four of them will not take the field together is all I'm saying. Next year in India.
Yes. Let's wait and watch. That's a big statement, Pritham. You're saying that one among these four who are all past the 35, isn't it? All four of them are past 35. Virat, Rohit, Jadeja and Ashwin will not play together is what you're saying. But only time will answer that question. Many question marks before this test match. Virat's form, Rohit's captaincy, the top order, ability to play spin. Only time will answer all these questions, Pritham. Let's wait and watch. Can India redeem themselves? That's the big question before the big test is Wankhede. Thank you, Pritham, for coming on Cric It with Badri and sharing your thoughts. Once again, this video was presented to you by DIVO News. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon as well. Whenever we post a video, you will get a notification. Thank you. Bye.